Data center expansion in the US is going to fuel an unprecedented increase in electricity demand. How is Greening Group responding to that trend or that macro trend in the US? I would say we're trying to ride the wave, right? Greening Group is a vertically integrated energy services provider. We're focused on clean energy. We understand that the increase in load in the next few years is going to require a lot of clean energy, especially since these hyperscalers that are deploying these data centers are really, have strong, firm energy transition commitments and decarbonization goals. Greening through the development of solar and battery energy storage projects around SPP and MISO is looking to tackle this demand. That's a hard question. I mean, the environment in 2025 has been challenging. There's been increasingly complex tariff policy that the U.S. is implementing that creates a lot of uncertainty with moving targets that create challenges in defining a supply chain for any developer or IPP that's trying to procure material. There is also, the uncertainty around how the IRA will end up looking after the Senate reviews the House's proposal. That also forces us to be on our toes to make sure that we're either moving very fast or moving a little bit slower on some of our capital investments here in the US. And I would say that, those are negative trends and complications and challenges, but we're also looking at the opportunity. And the opportunity is that in the next 5 years, the US is going to be adding 450 terawatt hours of electricity demand into the US, driven mainly by the AI revolution in data centers. And that is where we're focusing our energy, making sure that we're there to supply energy and navigate the challenges as they come to us. Well, data centers are going to be at the center stage of the electricity grid for the next 20 years, right? We're looking at an unprecedented increase in electricity demand in the very short term and also in the long term. We're in an AI race with China, and in order to win that AI race, we're going to have to deploy a lot of power into the grid and feed these AI data centers. What is the role of renewable energy in the mix? I think it's twofold. One is more from a perspective of American energy dominance. There's been more renewables deployed in the US in the past few years than any other generation assets combined. And that means that there's quick deployment available for renewables. We can build very quickly solar, wind, battery energy storage systems, and we need to build them quickly because the data centers are moving fast and they need the load right now. Now, obviously, the data center loads are not intermittent and they need some base load energy, and that's going to require longer term or different, energy mixes, whether it's gas or nuclear or long duration storage systems. We're going to need all of the above to serve the need long term. But in the short term, solar BESS is what will allow us to really deploy quickly. I view it as an exciting future. I mean, the load is there. There are some regulatory challenges that we need to get through, but generally speaking, the numbers are there. The need for quick deployable electricity, which will only be covered by renewables, is there. And I'm confident that the world's efforts and the U.S. efforts to decarbonize the electricity grid will continue to be there. So while we might take a small step back in the decarbonization effort because we're trying to get as much load into the grid as possible due to the data center expansion, I think the market and the corporates and the world is looking for the energy transition, and renewables are going to be a large part of that.